everyone and welcome to the Plants But Better channel. My name is Adina and today we're talking about Philodendron Pink Princess and why I have a love-hate relationship with this plant. I have with me two specimens that came from the same mother plant. This one, which is half decent, it has a lot of variegated leaves, and this one, which is completely reverted. I think it has only one stripe in here and that's that. It just doesn't want to cooperate. I don't know what to do with it anymore. And today I'm going to rant about this plant because this is gonna be the last time I'm buying it for the shop or for myself. I think it's a princess indeed. I mean, not especially in the beauty, but in the attitude. And I think it's just not worth the hype. Don't get me wrong, I love the pink. I have pink plants. I think it's a very beautiful color, but in this plant I think it's very hard to maintain. However, I saw this happening mostly with plants that have bad genes. When I bought this plant, it was not crazy expensive. It wasn't in that peak price, it was way lower, that's why I bought it. But I didn't know back then that you really need to have some good genes in your plant, in your variegated plant. I bought it with speckles of variegation, like little tiny bits and pieces, and then I tried to grow it like this, like on a simple pole, and I propagated multiple times. I had a lot of baby pink princesses, and what this plant taught me is the value of patience, and also it kind of got me a bit crazy sometimes. So please, if you like this plant, don't buy a cheap one. Run away of the cheap prices because in most cases you won't find something with good genetic qualities. Buy something which is a bit more variegated from the start and that has variegated stems as well. For example, in this completely reverted pink princess, it's not pink anymore, it's just a princess. The stems are just burgundy. They have zero variegation. And in this plant, although as you can see it has some decent leaves, some variegated leaves, I mean, this one, I think it's more than 60%. This one is, could be better. And this one as well. It has, again, zero variegated stems. So look for that as well in your plant. Ask the seller for pictures of the mother plant as well. And yeah, I think some specimens are a bit more trouble than others. It's a plant that grows normally. I wouldn't say it's too fast or too slow, but it's just not as rewarding anymore for me. I started to just, I don't know, lose interest in this plant. Another thing that I noticed is the fact that when you try to cut your plant, let's say it's completely reverted and you cut it and you are left with the mother plant, sometimes it will start to produce you beautiful leaves. Like this one, for example. When I saw this half moon leaf, I was over the moon. And of course I had to do a shoot for the blog because I have a blog post about this plant. And if you are experiencing the same thing, reversion, or the fact that your plant is not that pretty, you can try to cut it just to see if you are lucky, because sometimes this is a lottery. You could get amazing specimens or you could just fail. Sorry to say it, but this plant is not a success story in my point of view. These plants come from the same mother plant. I bought only one plant. I don't even know when, 2000 something. I don't think I made a care video about this plant because I never really got it to that point that I'm completely proud of it. But I think this is also because my space is limited in light. I've seen amazing specimens even grown outdoors during summer, and they do seem to be a bit boosted in growth. If your home is not that bright, I wouldn't recommend this plant for you, even if you give it grow lights, because I tried that as well and the results were not spectacular. So remember, if you really love this plant and you really want it, to look for a great specimen. And if you have a bright home, you have much better chances to make this plant thrive. Please let me know in the comments what experiences do you have with Pink Princess, because even though I like the pink, I think my specimen was broken from the start. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to help the channel grow, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And until next time, don't forget to take care of yourself and your plants.